Tove and I have some new designs.
Change hair and tattoos.
What have you got for me today?
Tattoo shop. Raven. Sigurdrive. Raven shadow. Norse emblem. Chest. Valhalla. Midgard. Jairmal. Skarlingi emblem. Vestry wind. Jairmal. Skarling. Vestry wind.
That all for now?
Change hair and tat. What exit?
I'm off. Be well, friend.
See you later, Eivor.
Could Gothban be one of us?
A new letter.
Read Wulfhilda's letter. Wulfhilda's letter, press B close, to the esteemed warrior. Eivor of the Ravens. As promised, I have completed my manuscript regarding the peculiar series of incidents we encountered in East Anglia. Enclosed is a copy.
An inspiring tale. Far more fitting than that terrible day.
Read Wulfhilda's, read Seal.
An
Letter from
inspiring tale.
Ceolwulf. Press
Far
B
more
close.
fitting than that terrible day. At least she changed my name. And she got a dragon in. Always with the dragons.
Ravensthorpe status, Burrow, press B close.
Eivor? A moment.
Tekla, you look like you wrestled a bear. Is something wrong?
Gods, Eivor, I was robbed on the road between here and Lincoln.
By who? Did you get a good look at them?
They were Saxons, I know that much. A pack of them lifted 4 barrels of my ale and all the coin I had on me. The biggest one pulled me off my horse and stuck his mouth in my ear, said, "Tell Guthban we expected him home soon."
Guthban. That's Battlebone in the Saxon tongue. Are you sure?
That's what he said. It's not someone here, is it?
Not that I know of.
I do not begrudge us taking in orphans, Eivor, but some of these Saxons, we hardly know them. You ought to ask around.
A good idea. You take care of yourself. Let me see to this.
Thank you, Eivor.
Hey there, how are you?
Find out who Guthban is.
Rowan.
Ah, Eivor. How's the day, my friend?
I am well, Rowan. I had only a small question. Do you know anyone named Guthban?
Guthban? Nothing comes to mind. Should I?
It is not a question of should.
Is it a horse?
No, it's,
A lover?
No, Rowan, it's no one.
You came here to ask me about no one.
Thank you for your time.
The air has a nice scent to it today.
Octavian.
Salve, Eivor. How are you?
Well, thank you. A question. Does the name Guthban mean anything to you?
Guthban. It's not Latin, is it?
It is a name, I think. But no face comes to mind. I fear it may be a moniker. A false name.
So you came to me? Why would you come to me about a false name? Do you think my name is false?
No. Is it?
I am Octavian. I've always been Octavian. Now, please, Eivor, this is not a good time for me. I am terribly busy. Good day.
Octavian, I have something that may interest you. Maximilian sends his regards.
What? He gave this to you? That perfect little wretch. How did he bring himself to part with it?
Ask no questions, hear no lies. I only hope you enjoy it, and that neither of us have to see that man again.
Oh, thank you, Eivor. Thank you.
Roman artifact. Give Roman artifact.
Here you are. More relics for your collection.
Let me see what you have. Wonderful. And here is something for you. I could use more artifacts like this.
Roman artifact. Give Roman exit. I have to.
I must be on my way now. Goodbye.
Die dulci fruamini.
Tarben, do you have a second? I was wondering if...
I am Guthpen, Eivor. It means battlebone. Not the name of a cheery baker, is it?
Not one who bakes bread, no. So, how did you earn this name?
Before I came here, I lived another life. A brutal, bloody life. I served with a gang of mercenaries. I was their weapon, roaming the wilds of England. Did whatever they asked of me, and all they asked was violence. When I left, I laid this sword on the grass and made a vow. I swore never to spill another drop of blood, to abandon acts of violence, to never kill again.
A hard promise for a hard man.
It wasn't, not for me. This life here is all I've ever wanted. I've never been more at peace. This is my doing. I brought all this upon me. It is down to me to fix it.
Tarben, by threatening you, they threaten my clan. I cannot allow that.
These men are foul, Eivor. You should not have to fight my battles for me.
Do you not hear me, Tarben? If they threaten you, they threaten me. So let us face them, together.
Very well. Meet me outside when you're ready. I believe I know where they will be.
If you wish to face your old friends, I'm ready when you are.
Good. I'll lead the way. I want you to know, should it come to blows with my old crew, I can handle it myself. Forgiving me is all the work you need to do.
There is nothing to forgive. You walked away. They pursued. By axe or by fist, I will do what must be done to protect my clan.
You're living the life you want, aren't you?
Before we're spotted, tell me what I should expect here. Will they attack us on sight?
I shouldn't think so. No. Nothing like that. It's not how Wilf operates. Yes, he's a clever one. And rather kind when you meet him. Makes you feel like you're a friend. Family, even. I met him a decade ago, and he was the first person to truly welcome. To see some value in me. He told me I had a gift. For intimidation. Persuasion. Violence. Just by the size and strength of me, he knew how to use me.
So, what do they want from you now?
They'll want me back. They'll want me to be the man they think I am. Monstrous and massive. Wilf and them were the only family I had then. But their love was conditional. Wilf only loves what he owns.
So, what do you intend?
I know I won't go back. I don't want more blood on my hands. But apart from that, it's hard to say. Who knows what they have in mind?
We're stopping.
That house, there. They're likely within. It won't look like much, Eivor. But don't be fooled. And don't take Wilf lightly, charming as he seems. The man is a serpent.
I've met plenty of charmers who turned out to be snakes.
I know. Only a warning. Let's go inside.
Gothbin, my boy, as I live and breathe, you got my message. And you brought a friend. Who might you be, Dane? His new leash?
I am Eivor, and the woman you robbed was one of my clan. That will not stand.
I know. I'm busted up about it. But tell Tekla, was it? Tell her that her ale is some of the finest we've tasted.
I am done with you, Wilf.
But we are not done with you, boy. We gave you food, shelter, ale to drink, riches galore. We made you who you are.
For all you did for him, he repaid you with blood and sweat, did he not?
You're a fiery one, I like that. But the ink was dried on this deal well before your number arrived in England. If you wish to clear Tarbin's name, I'm happy to help with that. It's only a small matter of cost. Some weeks back, soldiers confiscated my personal wares, shall we say. Tried to confiscate me as well, but I gave them the slip. If you're keen, you could recover my belongings and return them to me. Do that, and your name is clear.
I can't. I promised myself I would leave all this behind. But...
If it will clear Tarbin's name, we will recover what is yours. Where are these soldiers?
Camped not far to the west. A battalion of bloated, brainwashed military men. You can't miss it for the smell.
Wait here, then. We will return before you sprout another pair of horns.
God go with you, Eivor.
You found it!
I did. Let's bring this back to Wilf.
You handled that better than I would have.
Oh, they have returned.
We have your goods.
Beautiful. Beautiful, put them there.
The ledger.
Of course. Happy to honor it. My goodness, such a lack of trust these days. It's a dark age, no mistake.
That's it, then. We're done?
Aye. You are free to walk from this place and live as Tarbin the boring bread maker for the rest of your days. But you, Eivor, if you ever get tired of the settled life, we could always use a thief with your skills. Think about it.
Tyrben, are you satisfied?
Yes. I cannot thank you enough, Eivor. I feared the worst when I heard my old moniker, Guthrum. Hadn't heard it in years. Dredges up fearful memories.
I imagine. How did you fall in with that bunch?
After my mother died, I sought family. Wilf offered it. He looked at me, took me in and told me who I was. Who I could be. I don't crave that belonging anymore. Among you lot, people accept me as I am. The greatest gift I ever got. Peace.
Many men are calm, because they have never known a storm. You weathered the storm, and worked through it. It is a rare thing.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Unfinished letter to Will.
It's good to be home again. That is, if I haven't robbed myself of the pleasure of calling it home.
Tyrben, in spite of all, you're welcome here. And yours nothing but the work you love.
Right. Payment in fresh loaves of bread. I can manage that.
But first, one scrap of your past remains.
Right. The ledger.
Toss it, and purge the past.
With pleasure.
Bag. Bag. Supplies. Raw materials. Opal. Titanium. Fabric. Tungsten. Nickel ingot. Skills. Perfect attack. Press per health. Light bow combo. Adrenaline fiend. Great sword. Great sword. Bearded axe. Increases your mastery. Health. Plus 5 point flail range. Plus 2.3 ranged damage. Flail. Increases your mastery with flails.
All Father
Recruit Jim's
favors
Viking.
you, Eivor.
Onisai the
I
Rusty
would
Sword.
join in that glory.
Onisai heard about your achievements and will be honored to join your clan.
Raid with me, warrior, for plunder, glory, and Valhalla.
There is much
Recruit
honor
Jim's
to be
Viking.
earned fighting by yours. I'll be here should you call again.
Recruit Jim's Viking. Jar.
I
Recruit
gladly
James Viking.
reave the swan robe
Oswald
by
the
your
Nervous.
side,
Join your
Eivor.
blade to mine. Let ring the sword song this day.
Recruit James Viking.
Up for some raiding?
Let's go raiding. Custom. Show me your wares. Customize. Let's go raiding. Customize ship. River raid longship. Sail. Shields. Let's go raiding. Customize ship. Show me your wares. Remind me what show custom. Let's go raid. River name. River description. River name. River name. River press a view rock. Mund. Joriad. Solve a dream wisher. Press X dismiss. Jarky cloud gazer. Press A assign. From the Urgi impaler. Press A assign. Press X dismiss. Bruzy the taller the boneless. Ulfhild, Bernadil, Fiotril, Osvaldr the nervous. Press A. Onisai the rusty sword. Ulfhildr the brave. Press A assign. Taller the boneless. Press A assign. Ulfhildr honey hunter. Taller the bone. Jarky cloud gazer. Press A. From the Urgi impaler. Press A assign. Press X dismiss. Solve a dream wisher. Joriadrith rusty sword. From the Jarky cloud gazer. Press A assign. Fiotril long nose. Osvaldr the nervous. Fiotril Onisai the rusty sword. Osvaldr the tall. Jarky cloud gazer. Taller the boneless. Press A assign. Press X dismiss.
I hear Eivor
James
needs men,
Viking.
and by
Hold the
Odin,
recruit.
Eivor
Join
needs
me.
me.
Together we'll force open the doors of their own father's hall.
Recruit James Viking. Laugh see the hold a recruit.
I have come
Recruit
from
James
afar to
Viking.
join your crew, Eivor.
Jofridr sleep soul. Jofridr heard.
By Thor! I'll be ready when you need me.
Up for some raiding?
Let's go raiding. River raid dock. Press it. Taller, Ulfhildr the brave. Jarper Goathoofed. Press a view rock. Solve a dream wisher. Press Joriadr the laugh see the fierce. Press A as laughs the fierce. Osvaldr. War, fast travel. Yardley Farm. Raid. Small camp. Undiscovered location. Raid. Yardley Farm. Raid. War, fast travel
So you broke your body raiding, and now teach and lead others. Why not retire to a farm with your riches?
A farm? That sounds terribly boring compared to teaching. What's the use of living a life if you haven't left a legacy? The lives we live are but a spindly thread. Strengthen our bonds, and we build something greater than ourselves. Also, I enjoy seeing this crew tumble off the ship and be just as good as I ever was. Proud of them.
War, fast travel unavailable.
Sail down! Come, my wolves!
I'll finish you!
It's Vikings here!
Give me a hand over here! That's it! Back to the ship!
Endelig er at gerast!
World. Small camp. Raid. Raid military. World. Quests. Ravensthorpe. Tracked quest. Going deeper. With one set. Viking 4. Tracked quest. Ravensthorpe.
Lord is down. You're gonna die! Take your last breath.
Lots of booty here. With the crew's help, we could get it back to the ship.
Press View button to open the quest log and track a new quest.
Run up, Mercia!
World. World. Press View button to open the quest log and track a new quest.
with this!
Come! We've outstayed our welcome!
World. Undiscovered location. Inventory. Bag. Bag.
Sail out! Mast! Down! Master!
World.
This wind would fill the sail!
Let's go, Viking!
Hey, fellas! Over! Your time's up, Kurt!
All right! We have what we came for! Let's go!
quieras.
World.
Let the sail out! Run up the sail! We fight!
Your worm food! You come here often? Time's comfort!
Help me out here!
Lord grant me strength! Lead you!
Give me a hand!
Why all the saints die?
Let's get back to the ship!
Fornader okkar kem aftur.
Sail out! Let's sail! Drop the sail! Bring the sail in! the bastards! Come here a moment.
For you and me! Not strong!
Hey! Can't do this alone!
Die! Give up, you shit!
A good horde! Let's get out of here!
What are you doing?
World. Leave river.
Up for some raiding?
Let's go raiding. Custom, show me your wares. Exit now.
I will find much honor following All Father. Grant, my time will soon come.
Recruit James Viking. Abhorn the Tyrant. Microsoft Platform.
All Father favors you. I stand ready should you have need.
Recruit James Viking.
I have come from afar to join your crew. By Thor, I'll be ready when you need me.
Recruit James Viking. Jar pair the
blade to mine. Let ring the sword song this day.
I'll gladly reave the swan robe by your side, Eivor.
Raid with me, warrior, for plunder, glory, and Valhalla.
Recruit
if you would have me, Eivor,
Come.
my weapon
Show me
is
your
yours.
valor in battle and earn your place at the great table.